What is going on, YouTube-averse? John Stanek from Johnny Radio here, bringing you another Top 5. And guys, hell must have frozen over because the Gallagher brothers are reuniting. That's right, Oasis is back doing some shows in England. Who knows if they'll come across the pond? Who knows if they'll make new music together? But it's exciting enough to think that these guys are doing stuff. We'll see how long it lasts, but for now, I'm just excited and going to talk about my personal favorite top 5 Oasis songs. So let's get right into it. At number 5, Wonderwall. Gotta have this on your list. Love it or hate it. And I'm kind of neutral on it, actually. I don't really love this song. I do feel it's a little overrated in all their tracks, but you can't not mention Wonderwall. It's just such a huge hit from 1995, their second album. And yeah, it's just everybody knows how to play this on the guitar. Everybody knows to sing along, you know, maybe gonna be the one that saves me. So great. And it's of course based on a George Harrison debut album, Wonderwall. That's very experimental. That's where the name comes from. And yeah, beautiful song. That's just my number 5. Now at number 4, Columbia, from their debut album, Definitely Maybe, from 1994. This, I think, is a really underrated track, a gem off of that album, if you will. 6+ minutes, but worth every second. It's just so hypnotic. I love how it just keeps adding new layers, and especially Noel, what he's doing on lead guitar on this track. So cool. The riff that is repetitive, but in a good way. It just gets stuck in your head. And by the end, where Liam's doing those yeahs, it's just like, yeah, man. And that's just my number 4. So now at number 3. In the Bushes, the opening track from Standing on the Shoulder of Giants, an album that I think is really underappreciated, and especially the 1-2 opening tracks, especially this opening track, just an amazing instrumental that I heard for the first time in the movie Snatch, which is used at such a pivotal moment in that film. And it's just such a cool track. Those drums coming in that sound like they're looped, which they probably are, and who cares if they are? They just sound amazing. And I think even the guitar riff might be looped as well, but it just has this kind of like James Bond kind of feel to it, like Noel just really going after it. And just the little dialogue that's being thrown in from like these older British people is kind of hilarious, but it's just an amazing track that I come back to very often, and that's why it's this high on my list. I think back on this tour, they would come out to this, which definitely I can see how it would get a crowd enthused, and hopefully they keep doing it in their live sets to this day, because just a great track. And that's my number 3. Now at number 2, Champagne Supernova. Gotta have this high on your list. I mean, another just classic from What's the Story, Morning Glory. It was huge. It was everywhere. If you didn't know this song, it was like you were under a rock, or, walking faster than a cannonball, which the lyrics of this song really make no sense, but you can tell maybe it had to do a little bit with getting high, which is also in the lyrics. But yeah, it's, and again, something like a Wonderwall, that it's like, what is a champagne supernova exactly? It kind of makes me want to like create a beverage with champagne and maybe some things that have colors of a supernova. But who knows? I may be onto something there, but nonetheless, great song. And Noel's guitar playing at the end of this thing, just fantastic. Very Beatlesque, and one of their best. And that's number 2. So now at number 1, Live Forever. Yes, this song I feel just encapsulates everything that is great about Oasis. And I have to say, I should have said this right off the bat, I'm not the biggest Oasis fan. You know, I think they're okay, especially compared to like what they have said about themselves being like the best band ever. I think, you know, Oasis are definitely no Beatles, for example, but Live Forever really shows the promise of how great they can be. I mean, this is just one of the greatest songs of the 90s. I used to play this in the car all the time, just when those drums come in, and then, it all comes in with that, maybe, don't really want to know how your garden grows. Just some of the best lyrics that Liam's ever come up with. And vocally, he really shines on this thing, especially when he goes into that falsetto on, the title of the song. Noel just doing an amazing guitar solo, just showing that they have these influences, not just of bands like the Beatles, but also of people like Jimi Hendrix as well. And they can really deliver when they're, on their best game and not fighting with each other. And again, it is nice to hear that the Gallagher brothers are maybe not fighting anymore and at least coming together for these anniversary shows, which, man, can you believe it's been 30 years since their debut album and about to be 30 years since their sophomore smash. And man, crazy. But that's my top 5, guys. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Let me know what your top 5 would be. Would love to see a top 10 as well, which be on the lookout. I will be posting a short this weekend of my full top 10. And guys, we got more top 5s to come, album reviews, so much more on the channel. Thank you for watching. And as always,